Hey everybody, welcome to an episode of Drawcast, brought to you by the two dumb idiots that bring you Drawing a Blank.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm Ryan.
I'm Weston.
Yeah, and I think today we got a very special episode, and by special I mean we have no clue what we're talking about.
Absolutely no clue. We got two microphones set up, and we got all excited, like, hey, this one's gonna sound pretty good. And then he's just like, what do you want to talk about? I'm like, I don't know. I thought you had a plan. He's like, no, I thought you had a plan.
Yeah, he said he was like, I really want to get into this podcasting game, which kind of means you want to do a podcast.
Yeah.
To kind of like be steady with this too.
Right. Well, I wanted to put one out this Friday, so it's like,
yeah,
I gotta record one to do that.
Yeah, I'm sure we have one in file, but I think it's the one that we don't ever want to put out.
Yep, that one's never going out.
All right, well, rip to that. We should just delete it.
Rip in peace. No, it's going to stay in the archives.
Oh, all right, whatever.
Today, wait on my
today,
computer until I accidentally delete it.
today we are brought to you by a drink of many, many hipsters.
LaCroix.
I don't even drink it anymore.
Oh,
And saying LaCroix bothers me.
I know. I'm sorry. That is why I do it.
Yeah, that makes sense. LaCroix. He's drinking pineapple strawberry, Pinot Fraise. I don't know how to speak anything other than English.
Pinot Fries, I believe.
There's an I before an A. How would that be Friaz? Unless there's some like mystery in Spanish. That might not even be Spanish. What is it?
Pinot Fraise. Pinot is like
Pineapple.
Spanish for pineapple.
Yeah, but it might be also a different language for pineapple. What country does LaCroix originate from?
It sounds kind of French, if you ask me.
It sounds kind of gay, if you ask me. I only ever drank one type of LaCroix, and it was the orange.
Orange. Speaking of orange, I don't know if I've talked to you about this yet, but I tried it.
Yeah, I know, because I saw the orange peel.
Did I forget it?
Yes, it's in the shower.
I will clean it up. I didn't realize.
It's kind of gross. Like I tried this thing, and I made Weston try it, and I saw that there was just an empty orange sitting in the shower. So, yeah, we're talking about this thing called the shower orange. Orange. I say orange. You say orange, don't you?
It's a spiritual
was
journey.
We got to talk about how it was for you. Anyway, so there's this thing, there's this culture, we'll say subculture because it's on subreddit,
Yep.
of people that shower with oranges. Like, it's not necessarily like shower with, it's more indulge in eating an orange. Very inconsistent with how I say it because people yell at me all the time for saying orange.
Orange.
So that's why I started saying orange. No, it's
So you hop in the hot shower.
Steaming.
And it's got to be nice and warm. And then you have like a cold orange. Like you have refrigerated this, and it's cold. And so then you rip open the orange, and normally you're kind of like, you don't want to get the juice on your hands. You don't want to, you're kind of concerned about it, and it's like kind of an animalistic experience where you just you break open this orange and you're eating it, and it's just it's a fantastic experience.
So how was it for you specifically? Like, how did you go about doing it? Did you like go in like a savage, or did you go like peaceful?
I kind of went peaceful. I think I did a little bit of both.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But I was just trying to experience it, and I mean there is some science behind it, right? If I understand it correctly, that like the steam in the shower opens like your nostrils, and like you smell better, and when you smell better you taste better. And
yeah, I know that when I tried it, I don't know how many hours before you I tried it maybe like 12 hours before you or something like that.
Probably something like that.
I tried it with like one of like the ugliest oranges I've ever seen. And it wasn't even that cold. It was like room temperature, but I went in and I had done some meditating before it, so I was kind of in a very peaceful state of mind. I think I was like very in touch with myself as a human,
Mm-hmm.
and I went to do this, and when I did it, I just turned into an animal, and I didn't even peel it. I just bit straight into the peel
Wow.
and then ripped it in half.
See,
And then I crushed the one half with my palm like over my face, and then it got washed away instantly, so it was all good.
yeah.
And then the other half I shoved in my mouth, and I squeezed all the juice out of it in one go. It was the most delicious thing I've ever had. And then I just continued to rub the rest of the, just like beat to a pulp orange all over my body. Well, all over like my chest and like my face. It was just like to get the smell.
I just like ate it.
Oh, so you went casual with it. I went animalistic
went
and just went crazy.
I mean, I can see where that would be kind of like the smell of it and the like.
It was amazing.
The thing is it's so like you have zero concern about being sticky because it's immediately gone. Like there's water flowing on you as you're doing it.
There's just one thing that like I get concerned about. I hate like watered down orange anything. I just touched my mic. But I was just continuously worried about the hot water getting in my mouth. So I felt like I couldn't eat the orange. That's why I just shoved it in my mouth and just squeezed the heck out of it.
See, when I was
Because at that point, I didn't have any hot water in my mouth. It was just all cold orange, and the hot water was like, oh, here I am. You know?
See, because like I was actually like I think I was facing to the side or away from the water, so the water was flowing down my back as I'm eating it.
Yeah.
And so I don't think I really got much water like on the orange.
Yeah. Yeah, I wasn't really in the mindset to fully comprehend how to go about it because, like I said, I was just doing some meditating. So I was basically...
You were really tired, too.
I was the shell of a human at that point. Like, I was just, the shell of a human being, just doing things that a human would do. And that's kind of weird sounding, but, yeah. It was interesting. You don't do yoga. You don't meditate either, do you?
I pray.
Oh, before we get into this, let's just make it clear that you all need to try the shower orange because
for sure.
You might not believe that it is a thing. Just try it, and if it's not your thing, it's not your thing.
But it should be your thing.
There's a lot of stuff like it. Like some people don't like coffee, and some people love coffee. It's a personal preference.
It's just who is possessed and who's not.
Coffee?
Yeah, if you don't like coffee, there's something wrong with it.
I mean, coffee's okay. I drink coffee.
Yeah.
No,
I'm a huge coffee fan, though.
Yeah, you're like a fan to the point that I think that you're not a fan.
What do you mean?
I don't know how to explain it. You're like, I love coffee so much, I just can't drink a cup of coffee. It has to be some weird thing.
No.
It's almost like you're a sexual deviant that has just so much regular sex that you need like things in your butt to please you. That's like, I feel like you're a deviant when it comes to coffee. You need to have aromatic bitters and cherry blossoms in your coffee. We're not going to talk about where you get that because you'll get really mad if I say it on air.
It's 5 watt. It's my favorite.
Why would you say it? Now people are going to go there and say, "Can I get the aromatic bitters?"
No, it's so good. It's just like an experimental coffee thing. It's not like it's that.
I'm saying it's like you're experimenting in bed.
Let me
do my best Alex Jones impression. You like the CIA to come to your coffee shop and see what kind of experiments they can conduct on the coffee bean.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know what I'm doing.
I like...
They're all over the chemtrails. NASA's not even a thing anymore.
The chemtrails. Yeah.
Those flat earthers. Yeah. If you guys don't know who Alex Jones is, I'm happy for you because he ruined my whole life. It's kind of funny though, but yeah.
Yeah. Don't just like listen to him. You gotta like listen to him on someone else's listen to him on Joe Rogan's podcast.
Listen to him with at least 15 grains of salt. Some of his stuff makes you think. It makes you think.
Yeah.
But
he's got some stuff.
But some of it's like, okay, dude. He's always, I got good sources.
I've never been proven wrong.
Yeah, okay.
Alex Jones. All right.
Anyway, so you said you don't meditate, but you do in a way.
I mean, I have before. I mean, like I I pray. Maybe not as much as I feel I should, but like I do. And there are times where I have meditated, but it's more like when I am like having a really, really, really stressful time.
Yeah.
And I just kind of lay down and meditate and just kind of think. Sometimes I just fall asleep on accident. But
Yeah, so you're meditating to the point of sleeping. I just started like meditating for real like 2 days ago, and
yeah,
I gotta say it's pretty transformative.
So
I started a lot of new things on Sunday, and that was
Yeah.
one of them, including the shower orange. But those two together, like I said, from meditating and just thinking about absolutely nothing, I just became a shell, and then experience whatever the orange is. Not that I'm worshiping a fruit, but it gave me meaning as I was doing it.
I experienced the fruit.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. But like, what's the purpose when you're meditating? Is the purpose like? For me, it was always just like I need to clear my head, and so I intentionally think about not thinking about anything. Like I try to think about nothing. And just focus on like my heartbeat and my breathing.
See, but then you're not thinking about not thinking. You're thinking about breathing. I think.
Right, but I'm not thinking about like the stress of my day, the stress of this homework assignment coming up, this essay and stuff. I'm thinking, Weston, you need to breathe. You need to breathe to live. Breathe.
Yeah, that's a little out there. I guess that's kind of what I do.
I know that sounds weird, but that just like to me that just like I click into like kind of a state when I do that.
Yeah. Give it. I'm no yogi, and I'm no monk. I'm not good at meditating. I just sit here with my legs, with my heels against each other, and hold them, and just sit here and breathe.
I am the Dali Lama.
In through the nose, up in the mouth, and you just focus on it.
Dali Lama, not Dalu Lama.
I don't know what you're talking about. But no, when I did this, I don't want to say like infused yoga with it, because I was like looking at some yoga things, and because I'm fat and because I'm just starting, like I had to do like super beginner stuff, and it was basically just like sitting and stretching. But I have to say, since I started doing this just 3 days ago, all the pain that I've had for the last like month and a half in my back is gone.
It sounds like you're being a deviant. You are.
What does that mean?
Yoga infused meditation. It sounds like meditation's not good enough for you. You gotta get freaky now.
No, but I'm also stretching because I know my back hurts.
Fair enough. I should do more of that. My back hurts pretty bad today.
The meditating that I've also been doing, I've been looking at a wall of wood, and wood grain, when you're absolutely, completely relaxed, is the coolest thing to look at, to the point that you can see the life in the wood. Is that weird? I sound like a hippie. This whole podcast I've been a hippie, haven't I?
Mm-hmm. Did you get a hold of some of that good Colombian or something?
Colombian? It's Colombian.
That's not the right term. I was calling you a hippie, and back in the hippie days, there was the weed from, was it Colombia? That was like the only, that was like the...
I don't know.
That's weed. The rest of it was like, bushweed, but it'll do.
Was I born in the 60s? No.
No.
So, I don't know.
I like to think of myself as a historian.
Do you?
No.
Name me some history.
Not.
We just watched a video called The History of Japan.
a beautiful summary of Japan's history.
Yeah, y'all have to listen to that or watch it. Just know
sure.
that there's some like offensive things in it, so don't be like too upset if you get offended.
Yeah.
I guess that means if you're offended, you're upset. But
I don't think where was it really defend like?
I mean, obviously it's completely disrespectful to the Japanese. It absolutely is. By shortening their history in such a small video and explaining things in the way that they explain them, I think I can't help but feel like it's extremely disrespectful, and that a Japanese person who is native Japanese would see this, would be like, how dare you?
I feel like for its audience, though, like I would want to see one about the U.S., even if it's crappy.
They probably have one, to be entirely honest.
I looked it up. There's just one.
Just the history of Japan.
Just the history of Japan.
The kicker of the whole thing, I think, is that they do a poor representation of like the leaders throughout, And the one was how he was trying to, the leader, I forget his name, he was trying to instill Buddhism. And he goes, it was like he went to China and learned about Buddhism. He brought it back and he pitched it to the nation, and the whole nation said no. He pitched it again, and they all said no, just a little softer. So then he instills the religion, all the rules that go with it. And I was like, what?
He's like, everyone says no. And then he said it again, and everyone said no. A little quieter this time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that, I mean, definitely a funny video.
Yeah, would recommend.
Would recommend. I would say I'd link to it at the bottom of the video, but I'm probably going to forget to. It's called The History.
I'm doing this video. I'm editing this, so or you?
Oh,
we didn't decide, did we? I think I am.
I think you're doing it because I'm recording it in a different software, so it's easier for you to do.
Better software. That's a joke.
This one's a free one. This one's better for music. But the one I have is like radio production and stuff.
Yeah, I'll have it one day. I'll have it at the end of this week. I've been telling you I'm going to buy Adobe Cloud Suite for like a month now. I haven't.
You mean Adobe Creative Cloud?
Creative Cloud Suite? Yeah. There's a suite in there somewhere. I know it. Or I don't.
I mean, there might be. You know what? I've got Creative Cloud Student, so it might be replacing Student is the suite.
You know what? That's a chance. And I'll probably buy Student just as well because it's literally a third of the price.
Yes, and
you get literally everything.
It's the same.
And there's a lot of stuff in there that I know you don't use, but I don't know why you don't use it. There's a lot of cool stuff in there.
Like what?
There's one that helps you make like posters and like banners and.
You mean
like,
Illustrator?
No, it's not Illustrator. Oh. It might be Illustrator.
I'm pretty sure it's Illustrator.
I don't know. You're Adobe to life, and I don't know. I just don't care. This isn't my forte. I listen to music.
I want to get better at HTML so I can use Dreamweaver.
HTML.
Like website design.
Yeah. Why? I think it's Dreamweaver.
Website design.
Why? HTML is not even that hard, to be entirely honest.
Yeah, but once you get into like all the CSS stylization and stuff like that,
you never need to learn it. There's a book that tells you all that stuff. You need to look it up.
Yeah, but like...
Yeah? I took a whole semester of learning HTML, and that was basically what our teacher taught us was, I'm going to teach you the basic syntax, and then here's a book. Yeah, you didn't know I had an audio?
You have an audio interface?
Yeah, I've had one this whole time.
You've had how many inputs?
It has 2 channels.
What?
Maybe 3.
What?
These mics we use are USB, though.
Right.
We're talking about things that you guys have no clue what we're on about.
I'm sorry. I looked over and
he's really excited, but also really mad. And then also there are totally like pancakes and bacon waiting for us in the cafeteria downstairs.
Oh, for sure.
I think we might wrap this episode up. I think this is a good one.
A real stinker of an episode.
Yeah. Hopefully the audio sounds pretty good. I know my voice sounds good today because I sound good. I think I sound good.
I always hate my voice, so there's that. But hopefully, with you editing it, you might be able to get some of that radio voice out of it.
Let's see what happens. I'm no master.
My voice is really strange because it's like very like the high end and the low end are very, very close.
Listen here, you guys will figure this out. Why it's very hard to edit his voice in a week or so, a couple weeks.
Yeah.
You'll know why.
Yeah.
We got a little special project coming, you guys.
I wanna tell you a date that is coming out, but I just don't know yet because it's a lot of work for me. Yeah. Let's just say we had some fun with the microphone and a little bit of Logic Pro.
A little bit of this, a little bit of that. It wasn't ASMR. Don't get too upset or excited. So yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening to this very laid back, Luke-less episode of Drawcast. And hope you guys tune in for the next one.
I feel like they might just be Luke-less for a while.
We'll figure that out.
No, I don't know. We do need to get another get some more microphones.
Yeah, we need
and stuff
another
like
mic.
that and figure out how we're doing it. Getting the setup. We want to take this seriously. You know, we We like putting out content for those of you who actually watch, and hopefully more people start watching. I understand the format's not for everyone, but
yes. So yeah,
see ya.
thanks for watching Drawcast episode number 7.
Is it 7?
I think it might be 8.
It's.
Thanks for watching.
Look at the title of this video.
Amen. Yes.
I can't.
Let me put that.
All right.
big
See you guys.
biscuit